What's good, PNC gang?
What's good?
We back. It's been a minute, but we back. We missed y'all.
We miss y'all. And the countdown begin for Christmas. You know, let's get it. The best time of the year.
Holiday.
Yeah, your favorite holiday. But this is the best time of the year, y'all. So
it's
I know
we've been. It's the best time for him to shower me with them presents, y'all.
Hey, you gonna keep interrupting me like that? Anyway, like she said, this is the best time of the year, and we miss y'all. We know we've been gone for a while. We've been working on some stuff, but we back now, and we back at it. And we're about to get into this video. So this video we're about to get ready to shoot is pretty much about questions we think couples should ask before they get married.
Yeah.
So we've been married for 3 years. And a little over 3 years,
yep.
So, we feel we
know a little something.
We know a little something. So, all right, let's get into this video,
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right. So one of the things that I think is really important that we should talk about, or couples should talk about before they get married. Why you like that?
I want to hear what you're about to say.
Well, I was going to say kids. I think that's a very important topic to talk about.
Yeah, I agree. I think kids is very important. So you want to tell them why you think it's important, and then I tell them why I think it's important.
Yeah, I think it's important to know how many kids first that your partner wants. And it's also good to know, I guess, with that is like parenting style as well. These are things that I feel like you should talk about because it can cause a big problem within your marriage later on down the line. Especially if you want, say, 4 kids and your husband only wants 3. You guys can come to some type of compromise, but it's good to know that in the beginning than to get with on in marriage and then later on down the line have these issues come up and it causes. What you think, babe?
I agree. I agree exactly with everything you're saying. It's similar to what I was gonna say. So I agree. Make sure y'all on the same page with that.
Yeah.
And I know it's hard sometimes because
things change.
Things change. People change. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute, you can want to have kids, and then later on down the road, you can get to a point where you be like, I don't really want none. You know what I'm saying? So people change. So you just got to be willing to compromise. And work together.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that's okay if things change and if your opinion change or your views change later on down the line. People go through life. You have life experiences. You may decide after you have your first child that you don't want another kid.
Exactly.
And that's totally fine. But the issue here, I think the big picture to take away is to just discuss it, to talk about it. So that way, so that way when it does come up within the marriage, it will not be an issue because it'll be something that you guys have addressed prior to.
I agree with that, yeah, because you don't want that to be in it, can be something that can ruin the marriage, or, one person don't want to have kids, but the other person do, so, I think that's something people need to take into consideration before getting married, so talk about that.
I agree. And with that, like I was saying, I think you also need to talk about parenting style. What type of parent do you think you will be? Are you more of an authoritative figure, or are you more of a chill, laid back, type of parent where you like to play the friend role with your kids? Because I feel like that really can cause an issue within the marriage too, because you have to be on the same page.
You gotta be on the same page, Because my parenting style was way different from
totally different from
but at the same time we come from different backgrounds, so but we learn from each other, and we just move forward with it and work with each other with it.
I agree. I like that, babe.
So right up the head, stop playing.
See, I was just gonna say just a little bit on that before we go to the next subject is my husband parent style, I would say he's more of an authoritative figure. And I would say I'm more so of the parent that is willing to talk it out.
I don't be having no patience for certain stuff. When it comes, look, I just don't like repeating myself, but I understand with kids you have to, but still, I don't like repeating myself.
I get that. But I just like to talk it out. I guess I'm one of those people, I like to talk about my feelings, so I just think that kids have feelings too, you know what I'm saying? And they should be able to express their feelings as well. They're young, they may not know how to express their feelings, but it's certain things that they may do to show their emotions or express their feelings, like crying. that's the way of showing that my child's frustrated, you know, or not getting some type of attention. So I just think it's good to have both perspectives, you know, him looking at it one way and me looking at it another way, and then like we come into some type of agreement, because it just helps you look at it from both perspectives, you know, and look at it from a different viewpoint.
Exactly. So
okay, what is another topic on here? Also, we have gender roles. Very important. Do you think so? I think it's important because, like, when you going into marriage, you need to know how your spouse is feeling about gender roles. Like, does he expect me to play the stay-at-home wife and for him to go out and do work, or are we both supposed to work? Like, these are expectations that some people have, and if you don't address it before you go into this marriage, it's gonna be a problem later on. Exactly.
These are stuff like you have to, I think you need to address like before you get married, because like, you know, one person, you know, she can not want to work and stuff like that. She just want to be a stay-at-home mom, you know, and you know, and that's cool. Nothing wrong with that, you know. But if he's not on the same page, you know, and he's looking for somebody that, you know, that's gonna, you know, work as well.
I mean, it can be an issue. Like, I get what you're saying, babe. Like, it can be an issue. So you know, like, it can be a big issue because if you don't talk about it, like, you're going to go into this marriage having different viewpoints. And those different viewpoints are going to affect you later on down the line. That's why I think we've talked about this stuff before we got married. You know, we talked about, like, okay, what do you expect my role to be? You know, what do I expect your role to be? You know, and I think it was important that we addressed that because we got to see like how each other felt about it, you know, like that's something that's really important. So that way you can kind of tackle these problems before they come up within the marriage. You're not going to be able to solve everything 100%.
Exactly.
You know, but the fact that you're having the conversation is what's important. So that way when it does come up later on down the line, you did address it and you did come up with some type of solution. And that just makes the conversation a lot easier if it does become a problem in the future.
No, I agree, you know, because I understand, you know, us coming into this marriage, you know, she had dreams of her own, you know, and there was things she wanted to pursue and she wanted to do. So, you know, I ain't want to, you know, crush those dreams, you know, and make her put her dreams on hold, you know. So, you know, I went in, I'm like, you know, we're going to work together, we're going to do this and get it done, you know, and
look at you,
make
my
it happen.
Superman.
You already know it. You gonna dap me up?
Oh, that's what we do. Do I look like a dap? Do I look like I give out dap?
What you want a hug, kiss?
I want a kiss.
All right, come here. I got you. Petty, man.
I'm just saying.
She be dapping me up though. Don't let that fool you.
Maybe sometime. Another topic we should talk about finances.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
I guess like, how are you with your money? Do you save? Do you know how to budget? You know, or do you spend a lot? I just think that's really important.
That's really important. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Cause you know they say, you know, money like it's like one of the biggest causes of like divorces and stuff like that, or money management, you know. So I definitely think you got to be on the same page, you know. And don't get me wrong, we wasn't on the same page going into, you know, our marriage. Not at all. We had, I mean,
and I don't even think we had this conversation going into this marriage.
We definitely didn't have this conversation. We didn't have that conversation.
We didn't.
You know,
and that's why we advise people to have this conversation. You know, like even going into a relationship, you know, going into a marriage. If it's something that you're looking to make serious and long term, it's very important that you have this conversation.
Yeah, you know, because that can ruin that can ruin a lot. You know, because I remember, look. She used to spend some money, y'all. She used to spend some money. I'm talking about, man, every time we look up, she's spending money, y'all.
You know, shopping makes me happy. Spending money makes me happy.
Man, she used to spend so much money, y'all. But, you know, but it took time, you know, and I guess, you know, I became understanding too, you know. My wife, she likes to shop, you know. she likes to shop, and I do, I think she should have certain things she should have, so we just had to work together and figure out what, separate the needs from the wants,
I think so. Yeah, my husband, he made me realize a lot of my spending habits was stuff that I didn't need. But if you ask me, I needed everything. But we came to a conclusion. I think it's good though that we did have that conversation. I think it would have been beneficial to have it before we got married. But hey, like I said, things happen. You're not gonna always know what to talk about going into a marriage because you don't know. You
don't know, right? So and we all trying to figure this out, right? Ain't no perfect marriage, right? So we just compromise and work together and get through it together,
I like that. Look at you. So this one is very important. So the topic of marriage in itself. And when I say like marriage in itself, I mean is like, what is your definition of marriage? Like you should definitely ask your spouse, what is their definition of marriage? What do they think marriage mean? And what do they feel about divorce? What's their take on divorce? I think that's important to have that conversation because your definition of marriage may not be the same as your spouse. You may see marriage maybe say as a commitment, a lifelong commitment with this person where it's just you and this person. Somebody else may see marriage as a commitment with you and this person, but also having a third person. So it's very good that you have those conversations and just see like, what do you feel marriage is? How do you feel you want your marriage to be? And how do you feel the role should play out within that marriage?
Exactly. Yeah, because, everybody grew up different, and everybody, look at marriage different, how their parents was married, aunties, uncles, and etc. So, everybody have a different, viewpoint on how marriage should go. And ain't no right or wrong way, we ain't no right or wrong way, we just discuss things that we have, some common things that we feel how our marriage work in our household, and
one of the things that I'm sorry, babe, cut you off.
It's cool, go ahead.
One of the things that we agreed upon is like we both felt like divorce is not an option.
Yeah. Like
we felt like when we made this commitment to one another, we took them vows, death do us part, sickness and health. Divorce is not an option.
It's not an option.
He's stuck with me for life,
We in this for life, so and that's how you gotta look at it, and and another thing was like, we had to learn was we had to understand that we had to make time for each other, because you can get caught up with so much in life, and then you can start, especially when you got kids involved, you can start putting the kids first, and always supporting the kids or family members, more than you support your spouse. So, and that was something we had to learn, as we have to put each other first, because if we don't put each other first, it will affect our marriage in the long run, meaning especially when you got kids involved, because you could do so much for the kids, and forget about your spouse, and then when the kids is gone,
what do you have?
Now you trying to get to know your spouse, reconnect with them, so, we had to learn that, we put ourselves first before anything, our kids, anybody, our family,
I feel like your marriage, well, in our case, our marriage is the foundation of everything. Exactly. So everything is built off of our marriage. Our family is built off of our marriage. Our children is built off of our marriage. Exactly. So you have to keep that foundation solid. And as long as that foundation is solid, within the marriage, then everything else will be solid and will flourish off of that.
Oh man, that's what's up, dog. Man, I like that. But yeah, that's exactly how she said it. That's exactly how we think. We think marriage should be.
I agree.
And if y'all got
and have fun.
Yeah, have fun with it. Have fun with it.
Don't forget to stop. Don't stop dating. Don't stop dating each other. Just because you've been married, and it's hard because it's like, oh, when I get married, I'm gonna be doing A, B, C all the time. But life happens,
Yeah.
You get caught up in life, you know, you get caught up with things and you forget about things, but that's okay, you know, as long as y'all have an understanding of what y'all want y'all marriage to be. You know,
Exactly.
if y'all just remember, like, you know, if dating is very important, make that happen.
Exactly.
Put in that effort to continue to date each other.
Yeah, and it gotta come from both ends, you know. Like both ends gotta put in effort, you know. And I mean that's something that's gonna come up, you know. Just you know, like dating, like that's gonna be huge, you know, because people get comfortable, you know. We get comfortable. We all done it, you know. I mean, you know, and we just have to be there for each other and remind each other, you know, that, you know, look, we gotta you know, get back to the dating.
Get back to the basics.
The fun part of our lives. You
That's
know,
what it's
one
called.
of the fun parts of our lives.
I agree.
You know,
like
so,
I said, yeah, get back
yeah.
to the basics. The basics of what started this relationship, you know, the foundation of what it was built off. It was built off what? Y'all having dates, you know, y'all connecting, y'all communicating, y'all getting to know each other. So you got to get back to those basics of what started this whole relationship and whole marriage, and just keep that thriving.
And keep it thriving and keep it going, yo. You know, and you know, we just, you know, and that's what we stand on, you know. And like I said, we still learning, you know, you know, and trying to figure this out like everybody else, you know. And one thing we do keep, you know, is God first. You know, we keep God first. So, you know, and with that, you know, we stand on it. So, you know.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, you know, so we appreciate y'all, you know, for taking this time to watch the video.
Yeah.
You know, we are thankful for y'all. I know we've been gone for a while, you know.
We back.
We've been busy. We've been working on some stuff, but
We've
we back,
been building
y'all.
this
We've
team.
been building.
You see this team? We've been
Yeah.
thriving, you know, getting back to the basics,
Back
building
to the basics, y'all. So, you know, but you know, we happy to be back with y'all, and you know, it's always PNC Gang for life.
PNC Gang, happy holidays.
Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, y'all.
It's not Christmas yet, though, babe.
Oh, yeah, it's not Merry Christmas yet, right? Well, anyways,
That's
yeah.
why I said happy holiday.
Look, I'm tired. But anyway, y'all, look, we gon', you know,
we gonna end it.
Yeah, we gonna end it. You keep cutting me off, man. I don't like it.
I'm sorry,
No,
babe.
I'm just playing, y'all. But, you know, we out of here, y'all. You know,
We out.
we'll see y'all in a few.